The ancient Greeks placed a message in the sky that all humanity could see, but only a few knew its meaning. A mandala can be defined as a circular design with a universal spiritual meaning hidden within it. Through my research, I discovered that the circle of constellations in the night sky is a giant mandala, the work of anonymous Greeks in ancient times. What is the hidden meaning in this mandala, and how is it to be read? 48 constellations known to the ancient world have survived to our present day. These are divided into two groups, the well-known 12 constellations of the zodiac, and the 36 lesser-known companion constellations featuring many celebrated figures from Greek mythology. In looking at these 36 as they appeared on antique star maps, I became aware that there was a recurring pattern in them. Groups of 3 constellations that were alike. There were 3 birds, an eagle, a raven, and a swan, and 3 fish, a dolphin, a sea monster, and a single fish. Wondering if there were more groups of 3 based upon likeness, I took a closer look, and so began my journey of discovery into the mandala in the heavens. There were 3 women, Cassiopeia, Andromeda, and the golden hair of Berenice. There were 3 Greek heroes, Perseus, Orion, Hercules. There were 3 workers, each holding an emblem of the work they did, the herdsman with his crook, the charioteer with his whip, the king with his scepter. My attention turned next to the centaur in the stars, a different constellation from the better-known Sagittarius. What could possibly fit with this creature, half horse and half man? There is a ship that is only half a vessel with the other half shrouded in clouds. If this was the second in a group of half and half representations, what was the third? I took a look at the serpent handler. Could this half-man, half-snake be what I was searching for? I grouped them together. The serpent is considered a separate constellation from the handler. There are 2 other serpent-reptile constellations, so these 3 made another group, the serpent, the water snake, and the dragon. There were 7 animals. Of these, the little dog, the big dog, the lesser bear, and the great bear seemed to be showing the same peculiar dynamic. 2 things alike, but different in size. Putting these aside, the remaining 3 animals, the horse, the wolf, and the rabbit, formed another group. Other than the dogs and the bears, there were 8 constellations left: the arrow, the river, the altar, the lyre, the cross, the crown, the cup, and the band. A river can be a mode of travel connecting far-off cities. The band and the stars is a ribbon that ties 2 things together. An arrow flying through the air connects its points of origination and destination. These 3 then formed another group, and I called them connectors. Adding the dogs and bears to the remaining constellations left 9 in all, or 3 more groups. The crown, the lesser bear, and the great bear are easily located in the night sky by the 7 visible stars in each. Might this be a group based upon the number 7? I grouped them together and began to look more closely at the 2 dogs. If the clue to the bears was hidden in a number, might this be true of the dogs also? The ancient world equated the dog constellations with their main stars, Procyon in the little dog and Sirius in the big dog. Looking at these 2 stars in an astronomical sense, both are unusual systems in which a giant star holds a much smaller dwarf star in its orbit. But how could the ancients have known this? For it has only come to light using powerful modern telescopes. In my research, I learned that the information concerning the star Sirius was known to certain groups in the ancient world. Sirius and Procyon could each portray a duality of that which is large joined with that which is small. In looking at the remaining constellations, it is the cross which pictures these same proportions, the longer vertical beam holding a smaller horizontal beam. These 3 dualities then made another group, based upon the number 2. The items left, the cup, the lyre, and the altar, made a final group, and I call them simply objects. What was the meaning of this configuration? And if this was a premeditated design, how would I know I was correct in my assumptions? I began to turn my attention to the 12 constellations of the zodiac, thinking there might be a correlation between them and the 12 groups of 3 similar things. Virgo is the only woman in the zodiac. Might the 3 women have to do with Virgo? I placed them all together. Aquarius shows a water carrier, a working man performing a task for others, and the 3 workers fitted with it. Pisces is shown as 2 fish tied together by a cord, and the 3 fish could go there. Libra is depicted as a scale. It's the only object in the zodiac, and I placed the 3 objects with it. Scorpio's emblem is the scorpion, a venomous insect that correlates well with the 3 serpents. Capricorn's symbol, the sea goat, is half goat and half fish, and the 3 half and half constellations fitted with it. Leo's symbol is the lion, and the 3 heroes, Hercules, Orion, and Perseus, are often shown holding or wearing a lion's skin. Sagittarius' symbol is the archer, directing his arrow at a target. The major stars of direction used by mariners in the ancient world are Polaris, found in the Lesser Bear, and the 2 pointer stars in the Great Bear. The crown, which completes this trio, symbolizes the kingly authority of one who directs and guides the affairs of a kingdom. Gemini is pictured as a set of twins, a symbol of duality. The big dog, the little dog, and the cross went with it. Cancer is seen as a crab, a creature whose path connects 2 things, the sea and the land. I placed the 3 connectors there. The myth associated with Aries comes from an ancient Greek poem, The Quest for the Golden Fleece. In it, a prince is about to be sacrificed when a golden ram with wings flies down and rescues him. Aries then is symbolized as a winged ram. I placed the 3 flying birds there. The last constellation, Taurus the bull, is the very symbol of the animal nature, and the 3 animals went with it. I now knew beyond doubt that there was an intelligent plan in the star pictures. What I had discovered was a key used to place the constellations in their Greek myths into a specific sequence. When read in this order, the symbolic language of the Greek star myths tells the story of a universal spiritual path called the path of initiation. This is the meaning hidden within the mandala in the heavens and the subject of my new book.